The UFC on Fox. Rashad Evans versus Phil Mr. Wonderful Davis. Except there's nothing really significant or wonderful about Mr. Phil Davis. What a waste of a cool nickname on such a mediocre fighter. Mr. Wonderful. Well, Phil Davis fought a few nobodies. He fought one of the Nog brothers, not the legendary one, but the other guy. Phil Davis won a decision. I did not see anything special. He won a decision against not one of the Nog brothers. I did not see anything special in that fight or previous fight to tell me that he's any significant threat to Rashad Evans. Evans is coming off of a injury and he has been a little inactive, but I really don't see any Phil Davis any threats of him beating Rashad Evans. Everyone knows that Phil Davis is just a stepping stone to the eventual fight everyone wants to see, and that's Evans versus John Jones. Former friends, now foes. John Jones versus Rashad Evans in UFC 1, whatever numerical title they come up with. Rashad Evans have better foot movement, better hands, better everything than Phil Davis. I think Davis will give Rashad Evans a little trouble on the ground, but that would be negated, canceled out, because Rashad Evans is a wrestler too. I say Rashad Evans by rape, third round, making Phil Davis look not so wonderful. Evans win third round TKO. Let's move on. Michael Spitzbing versus Phil Sonnen. Yeah, I said it, Phil Sonnen. Those two guys are just two guys you just love to hate. Michael Bisping is replacing the injured Mark Munoz. Now, I thought Sonnen versus Munoz would be an interesting fight, even though eventually I think Sonnen was going to pull out the win and defeat Munoz. Now I'm even more convinced that Sonnen is going to win. This is going to be a cakewalk for Sonnen. I think Dana is just giving Sonnen some of the easiest fights for Sonnen, some of the best matchups for Sonnen, because he knows everybody wants to see Silva versus Sonnen. I think Silva versus Sonnen has the potential of being a trilogy. Anyway, Bisping is a good fighter. He has fought some of the best in the game, but Sonnen style is just bad for Bisping. There's no words I can use to describe how much ownage Chael Sonnen is going to do to Michael Bisping. I think I may have to go to the Old Testament. Sonnen is going to smote Bisping like the hand of God, and Sonnen will lay these superior wrestling skills upon Bisping and smote thee in the second round TKO. At this point, Chael Sonnen will glare into the crowd, mostly cheers, some boos, some fake boos, embrace the moment of his win. His ego will swell and grow, of course. He will wipe the sweat from his brow, strut over to Joe Rogan, take the microphone, and call Silva out, calling him a sissy. So I got Rashad Evans and Sonnen for the 2 W's, the 2 wins. Rashad Evans for the win, and Chael Sonnen for the win. I have no real complaints about how the production is ran on Fox. They could do away with the music they need to do away with the music and bring back the metal. Every time I hear the music, for some reason, every time I hear that music, it's like a switch in my head. I'm getting ready for football, but if there's no football, there's MMA. So I think the UFC need to to do some of the production, and now I hope Joe Rogan do um, some of the announcements for this fight. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. There's a few other gripes that I may address in another video, because this one is about to end. I can't wait for it. I will be watching it. Thank you for listening to this video. If you did like the video, come back and I will be making more of them. That's the video. Peace.